Welcome to Leadership and Beyond, the podcast where we explore strategies and philosophies that empower leaders to excel and lead with purpose. At the heart of our discussions is the transformative Paint It Red philosophy, a groundbreaking approach to decision-making crafted by award-winning author Chris Ortiz. This dynamic framework simplifies problem-solving and drives impactful results. All content on this podcast is created by Chris Ortiz and narrated by Logan Steele. Thank you for joining us today. Let's begin. Today's podcast is called How We Complicate Our Own Outcomes. When departments collaborate, the intention is often to streamline efforts, but the reality can be far more complex. What begins as a straightforward task can become a maze of miscommunication, assumptions, and inefficiencies. Each team brings its own priorities, processes, and perceptions, which can clash or create misunderstandings. Without a clear framework for coordination, even simple projects can stall, weighed down by unnecessary layers of approval, unclear responsibilities, or differing interpretations of urgency. One of the most common contributors to this complexity is the gap between perception and reality. Teams may assume another department is too busy, unwilling, or unequipped to handle a request, leading to delays before the request is even made. These assumptions are often false, but they thrive in the absence of direct communication. Instead of taking action, teams tread cautiously, attempting to avoid friction or inconvenience. Ironically, this hesitation often creates the very inefficiency they were trying to avoid. By focusing on clarity, defined processes, and open dialogue, organizations can close this gap and prevent collaboration from becoming an obstacle to progress. Employee engagement. Maria, the employee engagement manager at an outdoor supply warehouse, was frustrated. She had envisioned a simple solution to improve employee access to resources. Setting up a computer in the front office where team members could review the employee handbook and complete a satisfaction survey. But weeks had passed and nothing had been done. Each time she thought about following up, doubts crept in. What if the IT department is too busy? What if they find my request annoying? They probably do not have any spare computers anyway. With every hesitation, the project stalled and Maria's confidence waned. During a routine site visit, I noticed the incomplete project and asked why the computer was not set up yet. Maria shared her long list of assumptions and concerns. I stopped her mid-sentence and simply said, "Go find out." Together, we walked to the IT department. Maria explained what she needed, and the IT manager nodded thoughtfully. "We can set it up tomorrow," he said without hesitation. By the next day, the computer was installed, and Maria's project was finally complete. The gap between her perception and reality had been wide, but closing it took just one step, asking the question. Maria's delay in getting the computer set up highlights a critical gap, not in resources but in process. Without a clear, established system for handling such requests, Maria was left to navigate the situation on her own, burdened by fears of judgment and assumptions about the IT department. Her hesitation was rooted in personal perceptions rather than practical steps. But what if a process had been in place? Imagine a simple, well-communicated process. Any employee needing IT support fills out a standardized request form detailing the need and expected timeline. The form automatically routes to the IT department where requests are queued and tracked. Maria would not need to rely on assumptions about whether IT was too busy or if they had spare computers. She would simply follow the process. The fear of judgment or perceived inconvenience would be irrelevant because the process would remove the personal barriers from the equation. In this case, the process people product model shines. With a clear process, Maria, the people element, would have a defined path to follow and the desired outcome. A functional computer, the product. Instead of relying on subjective decision-making, the process would ensure consistency, clarity, and a smoother workflow. And the gap between perception and reality? Much shorter. This story serves as a powerful reminder that the greatest obstacles to progress are often the ones we create ourselves. Overthinking, fear of imperfection, and the need to prove our worth through complexity can derail even the best intentions. By stepping back, refocusing on the core purpose, and embracing simplicity, we not only streamline our efforts, but also open the door to greater collaboration and innovation. The real key to success lies in cutting through the clutter and committing to what truly matters. As we reflect on this lesson, the question becomes, how can we simplify our approach to challenges in our own work? Whether it is a high-stakes project or a daily task, clarity and focus are the antidotes to overcomplication. By embracing simplicity, we do not just make better decisions. We create space for growth, efficiency, and meaningful progress. Sometimes the answer is not about doing more, it is about doing less with greater intention and impact. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Leadership and Beyond and joining me on this journey through the Paint It Red philosophy. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with anyone who might benefit from these ideas. Your support helps us continue to bring valuable content to people like you. For more insights, resources, and tools to simplify your decision-making, visit my website at simploria.com. Thanks again for listening. Until next time.